Hey, Cape Flood Stories, we do apologize. Ons blame vir Cyril Ramaphosa. Hulle sit die krag af, terwyl ons 'n lekker conversation het, sit hulle die krag af. Maar okay, we're going to go on. We still have 15 minutes left. We spoke about the challenges of soccer. We spoke about a lot of things. So if you guys don't know, or you guys are just logging on, please go check out the first part a few minutes ago. We spoke about, I think the main topic tonight was about the soccer team, Grassy Park United, and what they've accomplished in the last couple of days or weeks, and how they've been growing. So I'm going to talk to one of the other coaches. He's also with us in the studio. Hy is die uncle wat die kennis pak hier daar by die, ek speel met dit. Alaric, welcome to Cape Flood Stories. We want to talk more to you about the challenges, like you guys won. What is your way forward now?
Yeah. Okay, Stanley, thank you for having me. No.
Send to the camera.
Is that fine?
Yes, okay. A little bit more. A little bit. Come over to that. That's fine.
Is that fine? So, like Curtly said, it was really very special for the club to have won the Bayo. If you look at the kind of teams that we played against, the final and all of that, it's clubs that play in the PSR, clubs that play in the NFD, and for us, as a local club to have made it was obviously a great success. But obviously leading up to that, it was really challenging. I mean, if I look at myself, I'm the secretary of the club and I was the team manager of the Bayo team as well. I've been with the club, Crusaders and in Grassy Park for about 31 years.
Wow.
So, I mean, I grew up with the club. Curtly talked about earlier about the chairman. There's also the the treasurer, Gino. So when I joined the club, they were there already.
Yeah.
So of all these years, we were always together, obviously growing the club. And there was always challenges. You get these people from the community, from your Grassy Park, your Kafta, your Steenberg, and they live in that community. So for them to, first of all, go to Athlone Stadium and achieve that is obviously something big.
Yeah.
Then obviously all the challenges in terms of financial. I mean, we don't have support from the government, from anyone else. We basically ourselves have to do fundraisings. Like Curtly said, for the bail itself, we had Mr. Witboy, who was the chairman, and also Gino, who owns Gino Trucking, to obviously sponsor us. We also had one of our ex-players, not ex, he came back to the club this year as well, and he supported us as well in terms of funding. So that's always a challenge where you basically have to get funding from within to help. I mean, you have companies that maybe would support, but they was probably only support the big companies because they have a brand.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we're busy with now is we're building our brand, and that is something that you have to do.
Yeah.
And to win the bail is part of that. We, Grassy Park United, we've won the bail. We can go out to people and say we've done that.
Yeah.
And that is really what we've been doing over the last 4 or 5 years. Shamiel can tell you. I mean, about 5 years ago, we won the Coke. That was a big achievement for the club. If you look at the Engine tournament, which is one of the biggest tournaments in the country as well, under 18, for the last 5 years, we've made the final, we've made the semi-final, so we've always qualified. So that is big tournaments, so it's about building our brand. So this bail really helps us to build our brand even more. And for us to go to the next level, I think the next level is really for us to win the ABC, and that is why we got a qualified young coach like Curtly to come on board to basically work with our youngsters so that we can achieve that. Once you win the ABC, you can go to the NFD, and then the brand will grow even more. So it's all about growing the brand, and from there, everything else will fall into place.
But this is what I'm going to say is that businesses, ek weet dis baie ryk uncles wat bly in die Grassy Park en baie van die pankies, sorry om dit te sê, they need to invest. They need to really
they need to invest. I mean, we're not doing this for ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have other jobs as well. We've got families at home as well. If you look at the clubs itself, all those coaches, they are volunteers. They're doing it out of the love for the game, the love for the children, So we need these companies to come on board to help us to make that difference, With our brand now out there, with more people knowing what Grassy Park, they can benefit from that as well. So we're making a call to them to come forward to support us, to help us obviously do better in the community as well. I said earlier, currently we're training in the Wynberg area. We're training in Wynberg because there's no place in Grassy Park to train. You know, we've had other areas where we could train, but it didn't work out. So we basically have gone to Wynberg because of these facilities there. You know, so small things like that. Why did we have to move out of Grassy Park? You know, so we need the support of businesses to help us. How do the people get from Grassy Park to Wynberg? You know, we have to, sometimes parents have to take their own cars, but if we can get our own transport to move the people from Grassy Park to Wynberg, that would help as well. So, you know, things like that will help us, help them, and help the community.
And it's all about community building, because at the end of the day, I believe, like just with education and sports are also an antidote to poverty, antidote to gangsterism. That's one of our biggest challenges that we have. I mean, you have an NPO, Shamiel, and you know for a fact that soccer is big in our community. It's probably the biggest sport in our community. Ons kan spelen rugby nie. Ek weet hoe kom ek. You know, cricket miskien nog goggat sê daar eens. But I think we focus mostly on soccer. And I mean, it's all over. I think we can take Bafana to the next league. I think, you know, ons het genoeg manne wat beter as ouens speel in Liverpool, and you know, op die Cape Flats, so die Kaap. You know?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So motivate the people. You have an NPO, you are doing amazing work. Why should they invest in clubs like Grassy Park?
Wow.
Why should they give guys like Taariq an opportunity?
Well, because you never know when you're going to get the next Benny McCarthy. And if your brand is on that brand, because every player is a brand, every club is a brand, every manager is a brand. And today we're all about branding. That's sort of the key words. We must now living in that sort of space at the moment. And I think for a club like Grassy Park, it's about building the brand bigger, and it's about planning the steps, for next steps in order to build that brand. And I think it will make. I know that they have had sponsors before, and I think we know a lot of sponsors think that clubs want cash now to buy balls and kit and stuff. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. Nowadays, it's very easy for a club like Grassy Park to source a kit. I mean, they had a beautiful Adidas kit on for the final and for their tournament. But for them, it's about the community. It's about the constant supply of resource for them to grow. And if they grow as a club and your brand is associated with them, that's how you grow. And even for us as an NPO, it's also difficult to get sponsorship. So when we were approached got offered a sponsorship, we took it with both hands, but also it's how you grow with that sponsor. So it's a sponsor which wanted to grow in terms of their space that they were working in, which aligned with what we were doing, and we growing together as brands. And it's about the relationships. And I know the people at Grassy Park well, and I know that's what they want. That's what they want. They want a facility in Grassy Park. I know that. They want everybody in the area to come to the field. And it's not just about football. And brands must be aware. They're looking for, everybody's starting PBOs to get tax write-offs because they're doing feeding. Grassy Park does that already as a club. It's about and I think for them it's about aligning with the right person with the same vision that they have, which is in community building. And you said earlier on, there are a lot of uncles in the Grassy Park area that can do it. But it's also about egos. We need to put our egos aside. We need to look at what our intentions are. Yes, Grassy Park is in the activity of playing football, but they could have been in another activity. But the intentions of what they want to do in building the community. Ek staan soos julle PRO.
Thank you, we paid him.
But I mean, look here. It's like them. It's like any other club. And I think we are footballers. At the end of the day, I might operate in a media space, but I'm a footballer. I'm a through and through footballer. This is what we're about. It's about team camaraderie. You join a club because you want to be with people of like-minded. You don't go to a club and you fight with them all the time. And it's about community building. Grassy Park is in Grassy Park. The other clubs in Mitchell's Plain, all the areas mentioned earlier, Delft, Ballard, Northerns, gems of players there. But it's got to come, everything's got a price. And unfortunately, the bigger companies out there, they're always going to, they're looking at the numbers, they're always going to the more affluent areas because the grass is literally greener that side. But I think if somebody takes a chance, like it took a chance on starting their business with somebody with the same goals as them, same vision, then they will succeed. I got no doubt about it. I can just say from our point of view, we've had Loras as a sponsor, now called Vecchio. They're getting amazing mileage. We streamed that final at Athlone Stadium, all 3 finals, 32,000 views.
Wow.
Vecchio can't buy that
No.
as a market, in part of their market. They can't. But they have a platform shared with us now where everybody sees. And that's what brands are about.
Yeah.
The people identify brands with other brands. So we've nicely in a cohesion, we share the same vision and so on. And I think a club that's a sponsor, a potential sponsor that's seen what Grassy Park has achieved, should give Alaric a call.
True.
Yeah, definitely. My number is. Yeah, so my number is 083 412 5608. 083 412 5608. Give me a call and we can talk about it.
I know the ward councillor is watching. I think your ward councillor is Donovan.
Is it not Shannon Rousseau?
No,
Sorry,
Donovan.
no, on the other side.
sorry.
But it's Donovan Nelson. He's a good friend of mine. He just messaged me now. So that's why I know. So Donnie bro, die mense het geld nodig, in space nodig. But I will hook him up with you because I
Yeah,
feel...
we have met with them because they actually gave us a certificate of appreciation.
Ja. Nou, ons wil 'n certificate
Ja.
sien. Ons wil geld hê.
Okay.
Maar ek kan nie
That's
vir
what
jou-
I said.
Ek kan nie vir jou 'n certificate uitprint. Nou, well done.
Ja.
We need money. We need money. You
Ja.
know, we need to stop and then now I speak about it. The political parties need to stop this game where they take photos with you, look here, and then hulle het nie cent gegee nie. Hulle gee vir jou certificates wat 5 cent kos. So they need to change their perception and they need to support you guys. So from my side, that is what I will do. I'll set up a meeting. I promise I tell you, keep me honest. Sê René en dinges moet vir my net remind. Want ek weet dinges het eendag toe klap vir my wat is sy naam. Dis nog jong man. Gino.
Gino,
Sy
haar
moet
husband,
nog 'n klap terug hier nog.
So violent guy, yeah.
but ask them to because I think we need to do more for young people. This is your way. This is your guys' way of saving our community. And this is because you have people from Parkwood playing there, Lotus River, Grassy Park, and all over.
Yes.
That is the areas that you know. If you don't play soccer, then you kill people. And that is the sad thing is, and we need to stop that because the only way here is a solution, but now we need to invest in its solution. And we can't give you also it's a soccer ball. I want to give you 2 soccer balls. I will lees my hele dag post van hulle, you know. So that is the other thing they want marketing for like free, you know. So that is the other thing that we need to also talk about. But that's why you are in the social media space. You created a media brand to bring more awareness. And I have to applaud you for that. There's very seldom social media or people that take their time. Mense doen dit vir niet. Is jou tyd, you know. So I give recognition to you as well. Just give your Facebook name and your handles so people can follow you as well.
Yeah, thank you, Stanley. Yeah, so our Facebook, obviously, which is our most popular medium, is The Fourth Moment. They just need to search for that. Our YouTube channel is at Fourth Moment, where we have, if I can just punt this quickly. So every week we do what we call a weekly roundup, where we follow. It's the only thing done, I think, in the country, where we actually follow local football leagues and results. Where we actually talk about like local leagues, so Cape District, your Tygerberg, and so on. And then obviously we have our semi-pros, which is the third division, and the ABC Mutsepe, which we highlight every week. It's called the weekly roundup. You can get that on YouTube. We are on Instagram, The Fourth Moment. We are on TikTok, believe it or not. Fourth Moment. I see much Dani, but it's growing. It's growing, yeah. And then also obviously our Twitter handle is The Fourth Moment. So yeah, and just for those, if I can just say, because a lot of people ask why The Fourth Moment and what does it mean, and football people here, I trust they do know. I've so far in my we started this in 2011. This year at the Bale, there was a coach from Namibia. When I said the fourth moment, he immediately knew what it meant. Yeah. So the fourth moment means in every football match, you have 3 moments of the game. It's when you have the ball. It's called possession. If you don't have the ball, it's the defense, and what we call transition, the moment you either win the ball or lose the ball. And the fourth moment is the moment which is outside of the game but influences everything inside the game. The fourth moment is something Taariq did to make sure he's a professional and he stays a professional, because it's his mental thinking, it's his work ethic, it's his attitude. And for us, it's about education, using football as a means to educate with regards to football education, social education, secular education, religious education, everything that makes you a attribute or a positive thing for your society and your community. That's what we're about. We're about coaching coaches, which is our main goal. I'm a coach myself, and I believe coaches hold the key to a lot of our issues.
True.
Because they may wear many hats. Only thing they can't do is referee. But yeah, that's what the fourth moment's about. We're a group of guys that just push our passion.
And I love that you're doing it as a passion. Doing it as a passion. So well done to you guys.
Thank you.
Taariq, wil je praten? Ik bedoel, Taariq wil praten. Taariq, wat een kar is mee, bro. Nou zeg je van de rije thesis. I'm just playing Taariq. Taariq, there's a boy somewhere out there. Hij took dromen. En hij speelt misschien in andere teams. And he also want to become a Taariq Fielies. Because Taariq, somebody stood there with the board the other day and said, Taariq het meer krag as Eskom. and that was motivation because I read what people said. So there's boys looking up to you. And I saw some of the boys commenting. Boys not only from Cape Town, from all over watching you. What is your message to them? Because you are not only a good soccer player, but you have become a role model. That position you are filled now. And you're always going to be, you're always going to be a role model, irrespective of if you go to Liverpool or whatever team, you're always going to be a role model. What is your message to that boy in Maritzburg and Nova Park, all over?
I think my message is plain and simple: is always be dedicated in what you do. Always have respect. Finish your schooling, most of all, and yeah, never stop chasing your dreams. There will always be negativity, but that comes with what you want to become, and never stop chasing what you want to be. And yeah, that's about it. What I can say.
And just work hard.
Just work hard. Just try to be better than the next person. Like in your mind, you must know that every day is a new challenge, and there's no time for relaxing because there's always someone waiting for your spot. And just keep giving your best.
And I think say that brings you to discipline. I mean, sy kan nie get species advantage wil hê. Sy kan nie soos ons gaan party nie. How's that toll on you? Because sy moet discipline wees. Because if you have to go play tomorrow in Durban, wherever, or you have to be ready, your job, jy moet elke dag fit is. Elke dag train. How do you cope with that?
I think you have to be disciplined in your recovery time as well. Like your sleeping is important, your resting time. For me, I don't have time to even I don't find the need to go out doing unnecessary things that's not going to benefit me.
Yeah.
So I think eating plan as well. You have to watch your body weight.
Nee, was so verby dit nou. Mental is verby daai nou net. Ons braai elke weekend.
So I think taking care of your body, because your body is your tool at the end of the day. So that's you have to take full responsibility of your body, and
Thank you so much and all the best for you. Jy maak ons proud na een ding. Ek het gehoor dat hulle praat, sy maak vir ons proud. I'm very honest when I see a colored person prosper in soccer, whatever. Ek is proud. Ek is nou klaar gesteef vir ander mense. Ek skryf vir my eie mense nou. Not that I'm racist or anything. I just feel that somebody's going to listen to you from the Cape Flats because sy is van die Cape Flats. Sy is 'n lady wat opgegroei het ook met die issues en dinge. So they're going to listen to you. They're going to go to this team here. So that is why I'm proud of our people. And we need to maintain that spirit of colored excellence. It's important for us. Not that we bad-mouthing anything, but I mean where we come from. We come from a bad background, and we have to go into the future with a lot of hope and possibility. And we, like your organization, are there for the people. So we need to come together and realize there's a bigger picture. And the picture is to motivate and to inspire. I'm going to give over to you for your last words, and then to you, just anything you want to end off with.
Okay, I think first of all, thanks for having us here. It's really nice of you to have us. Then I just want to say to the Grocery Park community, the Grocery Park United fans, thank you for all your support, especially during the bail, at the finals, and even after that. I mean, we had a road march in Grocery Park the week after, and the support we got from the community was amazing. Your people going past, hooting, supporting us, and like I said earlier, now it's about what happens after the bail. We need to build a brand, we need to make the difference. And the question we have to ask ourselves is, why are we here? Why is Grocery Park in the community. You know, we are there to make a difference in the community. Like you said earlier, take the people off the streets. We also there. Over the last 5 years, we've also had some people that turned pro. So obviously that is a benefit for us as well. So we're there to obviously build things like that as well. And we need the support of our community, of our companies to come forward to support us so that we can make that difference. So thank you for having us. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Hulle sê toe die manne wen toe heel jy stop in
I wasn't the only one. If you look at the video, everyone was
foto van
crying.
die,
Yeah,
I saw the photo, yeah,
it was amazing. Yeah, Kurtley was the biggest cry.
But I think it's something you feel proud about.
Yeah, no, it is.
You know?
I mean, like I said earlier, if you look at the quality of teams that played in there, I mean, leading up from the quarterfinal, we played Hellenic, then we played Supersport in the semi-final. They are a PSL team.
Yeah.
After that, we played Cape Town Spurs in the final. They NFD team. Also, it's my amateur team.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
here we come and we beat all of them. You know, Taariq will must probably tell you that the Baylors was probably the biggest under-19 tournament in Africa. You know, so for us as a small community team from Grassy Park coming to win that is unbelievable.
Wow.
You know, Kurtley was saying earlier, after we were leading 2-0, I asked him like, what's going on here? When we scored the first goal, I was sitting there, I didn't move. Because Art was like, what the hell gaat hier dan? You know? And then we scored the second goal. I ran to celebrate, but halfway down I stopped. Because I was like, no man.
Yeah.
So it was like dreaming. And then when the final whistle blew, it's like just a relief.
Wow.
Everything that you worked for
Yeah.
just came out. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been with the club for 31 years, like I said. And it was like almost like all that hard work just came out.
Yeah.
And that is why there's photos of Gino crying,
I saw the
everyone
same.
crying. It was just like, because of all the work that you put in.
Yeah,
I seen it, easy final, easy weekend. You know, these things that have led
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
But like I said, that can't be the end.
No.
You know, ons werk nou NFD. Small PSL.
Yeah.
You know, so we must have dreams
Yeah.
to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And that is our vision.
And I think if you don't have dreams, then you're not going to get anywhere. You need to have a plan, a strategic plan. Where are we going to go?
Exactly.
In the next
Because if
5
you
years?
look at some amateur teams, is hulle kom net op 'n Saterdag, okay, ons gaan vandag speel, you know, ons gaan net vandag survive. Daar's nie a vision for where we actually want to go. Year in and year out, right, ons gaan speel en next week speel ons maar weer daar.
Yeah.
Daar's nie 'n plan nie, man.
Yeah.
You know, so Grassy Park is not like it. We want to grow, we want to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And that's important.
And I just want to say this quickly on Benny McCarthy is from Nova Park, but he was gescout in die Grassy Park.
Yeah.
Dinge gebeur in Grassy Park, maar ek sê maar net vir julle. Any last words from your side? Sir?
Yeah, I think maybe I just want to echo what Alaric said. I want to say thank you to you for allowing for the platform, and then just maybe correct him. Grassy Park is hier 'n klein clubie.
Hoe sê doen jy so slim?
And then, say thanks, and maybe just for everybody that's listening there, from a football point of view, football at the moment is not in a good state in terms of administration and politically and so on. I want everybody, and I said it on my show last week also, when you hear things and stuff like that, you got to be positive, because at the end of the day, football isn't about the guys fighting in the boardroom. Football is about that lighty, walking to the field, about that coach, like Kurtley was before, loading up his car with players or balls and whatever. He's got to drive to the field, do it, take it home, see his young wife very little, go back to the field the next day. That is what we're about. So be positive out there. Whatever happens. It's not in our control. But let us not lose focus on why we're in football, like Alaric said also. And from the fourth moment side, we always try to keep that positivity. And if I can just punt our tournament quickly, it's happening in November. We have it every year. It's called the Super Cup. And why I'm saying it is because we celebrate winners. So what we do is we take the under 16 winner of each LFA within the Cape Town region, and we put them together in a tournament, and we call it the Super Cup. So it's the best of the best. We've had it for a few years. It's ultimate, the best under 16 tournament. And the reason for it is to celebrate winners. We can't keep on celebrating mediocrity and normal. It's you win, you've won your league, now come see if you're the best, and you come play against the best. And obviously if you've won, then we tell you, right, you are the best. And thank you.
No, but that is good, because now you also keep the youngsters engaged, you keep them busy
motivated.
as well.
Yeah.
You know, because I also feel, and this is maybe a topic that I forgot about to speak about, was the programs in school. Our schools don't also cater for our young people. We need to take our children from the areas to other areas where the schools have clinics, where the schools have programs to play soccer, to play rugby. I mean, that is something that we need to also look at, maybe in the next conversation. how do we get the schools ready?
I actually know of Redem
Yes?
in Constantia. They sponsoring 'n laaitie van die park goed af.
Nice.
En he's hy kan basically skool gaan van die daar so.
En
Hy moet speel nou vir die
En hy speel sokker daar so.
speel nou vir Redem, ja.
But that's
But he's
also-
apparently
Good.
flipping awesome.
But a boy from Parkwood, but that also means there's opportunity for him to maybe play, on a Premier League, so also maybe go to university.
Yeah.
So we need more of these programs.
I was actually asked around how did he get how did Redem scout him? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
He played at Spinston. His father's, he's from Spinston.
Okay. Maybe we can get him on.
Yeah.
But also just with that, there's actually that is a norm at the moment where the schools with good resources, because remember at the end of the day it's like sorry, I don't know if this sounds racist or whatever, but it's like the rich white guys buying horses and look, reality, that is what the schools are doing. So all your big schools, they now having football teams. They've done it in rugby for years, where they give scholarships, they give cricket for years, and they've realized now that football is the biggest sport in the country, and that's what's happening. And yes, just on that education, there is a lot of opportunity for footballers now, overseas, locally, at varsities. There's a varsity league going on, which they also you can just scrape through matric, they'll get you in there if you play football for them. But you know what, it's good, because what I know of a few players that where it's done to, and they now have a career because of football, not in football, but because of what they've they focused on their studies, and that's where they are. So, like you said earlier, football is a massive solution, but it needs to be looked at in the right manner.
Anyway, and we need to look at it at a serious way, because this is the antidote, like I said, to many things, And guys like yourself, and with the results of Taariq and many others, we can change the narrative in our communities. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Was it by or to praat? I'll invite you guys again. In this couple of months, we need to talk more about this type of things, because this is life-changing. And also, it is very important, it can open so many doors. So as I said, young people can go play soccer at university, and you can become a doctor, you can become a psychologist, whatever, through playing soccer, So that is the thing. You might not eventually become a pro, but you will become a professional. Thank you so much, and all the best to you guys, Taariq. Ik ga nou dopo. I'm a lekker speel. But thank you so much for coming and inspiring our young people. I think Jay did a great job, just being yourself and enjoying yourself, and that inspires many others. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cape Stories, that is my guest for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do share this live. I will post it on our YouTube channel very shortly. And then we will have this conversation again. And please do support Grassy Park United. Not Man United, Grassy Park United. Support him. The numbers, I will post everything later on again. Financially, even if it's mental conditioning and so on. There's many people out there that have a lot of resources that can give a lot to these teams, because there's many more youngsters out there that can become the next Bafana star, or Banyana star. All depends on us as a community if we are going to contribute and if we're going to be part of this project. It is not project, but this movement. The movement of soccer has changed so many Cape Flats lives over the years, and it can still do so in the next couple of years as well. Thank you so much. It's Taariq Fielies from Cape Flats Stories. Ik praat verkeerd. Lekker aan.